Hi, Fiends. DonnaJean of DonnaJean's Coffee House of Horror. It has been a while. I was kind of out of the loop because I was having some ongoing oral surgery and that takes a while. But I am back just in time for the Halloween season. And I have a treat for you, and it was a treat for me, running into the first Jason, Mr. Ari Lehman, at the Fright Reads convention. And I'm going to share that little chat with you. Hi, Fiends. DonnaJean here from DonnaJean's Coffee House of Horror, and I am at the Fright Reads convention.
Fright Reads!
With the one and only Mr. Ari Lehman.
Thank you, DonnaJean. It's me, Ari Lehman, the first Jason Voorhees from Friday the 13th, aka the boy in the lake. When's the last time you saw Friday the 13th?
The original one, it's probably been a couple of years.
Okay.
But I have to say that the first time I saw it, I was pregnant with my daughter. Which probably says a lot about why she is a horror illustrator.
Sure.
But
Okay.
you yourself were
well,
very,
Friday
very...
the 13th came out in 1980, so many years have passed since this fine film first aired.
And you were very young in that.
Yes, I was 14. Exactly. Correct.
How did that, being in such an iconic film, which of course being the first in the franchise,
Yes.
we didn't realize at the time it was going to be a part of all of we horror families, our history. How did that influence you?
Yeah, we had no idea at the time either, DonnaJean. It was a fluke, if you will, because Friday the 13th, the initial movie that I auditioned for was a comedy about a ragtag bunch of orphans who win their orphanage back from the mob in a soccer tournament. That is the initial project by Sean Cunningham. But as these things go in Hollywood, you know, soccer was not very popular in 1978. So they said, wow, we need something else. Why didn't you make this about basketball or football or any other ball, but soccer? And there was even Werner Roth, the famous soccer player, was in this movie. And they shot part of it in the Meadowlands. And nothing. So they said, okay, look. You did a famous horror movie called Last House on the Left with Wes Craven to Sean. Why don't you give us something horror? So he's thought to himself, okay, this movie Halloween was so successful, he came up with this title, Friday the 13th. And then Victor Miller came up with this idea where they needed a little kid to play little Jason. So they called me up, and basically he said to me, Ari, we need you for another movie. Can you swim? And so initially I thought it was going to be about a bunch of orphans who could swim. But no, it was, he told me later I would play the monster.
And that has set the sort of the groundwork for your career at such a young age.
Yeah, thank you so much, yeah.
And you worked with some amazing, amazing actors. You know, not only Betsy Palmer and Adrienne King, but also Kevin Bacon.
Yes.
You were sharing some amazing stories with me yesterday about Betsy Palmer. Would you?
Well, Betsy, I wish that I had actually worked with Betsy. I worked with her, of course, at conventions.
Right.
So she was an amazing woman. She shared the same birth date as my own mother, which was November 1st. And what can I say about Betsy? She would regale me with these anecdotes of the golden age of Hollywood, where she just had an amazing life. She dated James Dean for 2 years. She was in Mr. Roberts with Jack Lemmon and Henry Fonda and all these amazing actors. And she would do these like talk shows. She was just so good at meeting people, and she loved the fans so much. She taught me how to cherish and value the presence of a fan, because wow, this person took the time to be there, and why, like, what else should you be doing than saying, wow, thank you so much to take the time to be at this event, and it's so gratifying. I remember I once had to stop a line at Monster Mania because she said, Ari, she said, I just need a sandwich. I need something. You know, like, you know, get me a peanut butter sandwich or something. You know, like, you know, she was vegetarian, by the way, and as am I. So we would have a good time together. You know, everybody would say, "Oh, we're getting steaks." All the Jasons would go and get steaks, of course. But no, Betsy and I would go and get some Italian food and share a bottle of wine. And then I would order something, and she would say, no, make her smart. Get him, make her smart, right? And I don't drink anymore. She at least taught me to choose wisely, and you know, and what a thrill to be around her and to hear her stories, but especially she would give me personal advice and also acting advice. You know, if I, she was all about motivation. So what is your motivation? Like we would say backstory or subtext. She says, no. Don't waste your time. What is your motivation in this scene? How are you motivated? And that's how you're really gonna portray that character. Maybe you have a history of the character. Famously, she created a history for Pamela Voorhees, all based around the ring that she's wearing, and this whole thing that showed, you know, again, based on something real and actual. She fabricated this character because that wasn't in the script. There was, you know, her whole take on Pamela Voorhees, and then without the emphasis of Pamela Voorhees, you know, when Alice, who has witnessed the killing of Ned and Bill, and they killed everyone, she runs up and she hugs Pamela, the killer. She's hugging Pamela, and this wonderful scene, and she's hugging her, and Betsy said, "I'm not afraid." And she walks in there. So of course she's not afraid. She's the killer. But it's that wonderful. That's a rather sophisticated moment in Friday the 13th, if you will, that I ruined all that sophistication by coming out all muddy like that, making it into a monster movie, which everybody loves a monster movie. So yeah, thank you.
You set the tone for so many amazing actors who play Jason.
Oh, well, yeah. Oh, thank you. Go on.
Just that, I know quite often, I do work at all the Monster Mania.
Have you met Kane Hodder, for instance?
I have stories about Kane Hodder. Actually, amazing stories. Kane is all heart, in spite of what he likes people to think. So.
Oh, very true.
Yeah, and CJ Graham as well.
Oh, both wonderful guys. But yeah, Kane loves to have that wonderful macho bluster. But you know, not that he isn't. He is a macho guy, but you know, he's certainly not a bull, anything like that.
What he wants people to think he is when he's in character.
Well, he likes a good practical joke. So one time I got him putting hand sanitizer in my drink, because I used to drink the whiskey and then the ginger ale, or whiskey and soda. You know, I would separate them. And so why did you put it? So I was watching someone play pool, and then okay, I turned around and I went to. He goes, "Ari, I don't know. There's something funny about that drink." He grabs it. He goes, "Bartender, I think there's like soap in here. Get another one. Get it." So then I turn around again, and I thought something was going on. I turn around and he's like pumping hand sanitizer into my drink. So, but then when I went to, oh man, he was like, "Don't." So he's not. He loves a good practical joke.
I am probably going to send him a copy of this now because how could I not?
He's a great friend. I mean, I remember when we worked in Ireland together, and someone had the audacity to try to take some money out of his money box. We were all taking a picture around a Friday the 13th cake, and they caught this guy. And oh my God! And he said, "I didn't do it. We're in Ireland." He said, "I didn't do it. I didn't do it." And then he said, "Well, just apologize to Kane." He said, "I'm sorry, but I didn't do it." I'll never forget that. I got him to laugh that night. Yeah.
It would be pretty amazing and wonderful to get you both in a film together now. I mean, just think of it really. And there's a lot of indie filmmakers. Hey, all of you indie filmmakers out there, get hold of Kane, get hold of Ari.
Yeah.
Just imagine what could happen.
Well, thank you.
Now you're still involved with making films here and there. Do you have any that you would want to talk about?
Yes, there's two that I'd love to talk about. One is The Barn 2, in which I'm with Linnea Quigley, who's right there, and she's also in The Barn 2. And I play Dr. Rock, and I get to kill zombies with my guitar in that movie. Now there's another movie called Lust, Magic, and the Witch's Sabbath, in which I play the devil, and that's coming out next month. And that's a bit, it's very much authentic in its portrayal of a witch's initiation. So it's a lot of fun, and they painted me up all red and with horns and herbs and everything.
Oh, that would be fun.
Yes, but most importantly, check out First Jason. First Jason is my metal band, and we just got a new bass player named Colin Thial, and we're really, really stoked to have him. He's actually filming this right now as we speak. And we do have to eat lunch, so I want to make sure that everybody checks out First Jason as soon as you can. And online, we have a video for our new song, "Look What You Did." It has scenes from the movie where I play the devil, Lust, Magic, and the Witch's Sabbath. Yes.
Check it out. Keep an eye out for conventions. You might see this guy there.
Yes, DonnaJean, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.
That was perfect.